All right, guys, welcome to UFC 326 Most Confident Plays. I did this earlier in the week. I watched the weigh-in show, and I'm like, I got to change some plays around. Because the people I was confident in, they look like shit in their after the weigh-in. After I did a little bit more research, and I'm like, all right, man. Time to hone in. I need to be respectful to you guys, to myself. We're going to change some plays around. I'm going to give you 5 most confident plays right here. Don't worry about it. It's going to be easy. So I'm taking Rafael Tobias minus 180 to win this fight. I think he's a much better fighter than Dr. Nurgazai. I think he's better. He's decent striking. His striking is obviously not as good as Dr. Nurgazai, but I think that his grappling is much better than Dr. Nurgazai's. And I think that if he takes him down, this is going to be a problem. Dr. Nurgazai, we've seen him. What do we see from this guy? He gets taken down. He got taken down and got Kimura. When was the last time we saw Kimura in MMA? Dan Hooker versus Islam? That's Islam, not Brenson Ribeiro. So I'll take Rafael Tobias, who is very, very good BJJ, very good grappling, very good control on top. I'll take him to win this fight over Dr. Nurgazai, who seems to be a fish out of water on the ground. Right? That's easy. Next, so I had Cody Durden. I'm not picking Cody Durden anymore. No way, no how. I'm not picking Cody Durden anymore. I'm going to be taking Alberto Montes. He looks ready. He looks jacked. He's a good fighter. He looks really good at Dana White Contender Series, and he takes his fights. He takes his fighting craft seriously. That's why I'm going to take Alberto Montes. Ricky Turcios, we've seen him lose already, right? We've seen him lose to Raul Rosas. We've seen him not even throw a punch in a fight before when he was throwing air versus Ayman Zahabi. So I'm going to take Alberto Montes to win this fight. He pulled out of his last fight, and people are like, oh, he's a pull-out merchant. He's always injured. That's what you say. No, you know how I think of it? I'm like, he's only going to fight when he feels like he's 100% ready to fight. I saw him in weigh-ins. He looked jacked. He looked ready. I'll take Alberto Montes to win this fight. I think he's a much better fighter than Ricky Turcios. Let's take him. Next, I take Bruno. I said Gregory Rodrigues was going to beat from Bruno Ferreira. I said that. Now I'm believing there's no way in heck Gregory Rodrigues is beating Bruno Ferreira. But you see how Bruno Ferreira, how jacked he is? You saw how jacked that dude was? He's in amazing shape. And I can't with good consciousness, take Gregory Rodrigues, who's already been knocked out by Bruno Ferreira. I can't take him in good faith. And that was on short notice as well for Bruno Ferreira, because Gregory Rodrigues was supposed to fight Brad Tavares. And Bruno Ferreira knocked him out. He put some respect on him for himself. Gregory Rodrigues is a very good hammer, right? He's a very good bully going forward. But once he gets punched a couple of times, he starts going backwards. You've seen him fold a couple of times. I think he has 5 KO losses. I think Bruno Ferreira is going to win this fight. I'll take him as one of my most confident plays, especially as a plus 140 underdog. I'll take that all day long, right? So that's 3 plays already for you guys right there. I had Jung Young Lee beating Gaston Boyanos. Jung Young Lee ended up pulling out because of weight management issues. I'm not going to do that, right? Next, I'm taking is Raul Rosas Jr. I love Raul Rosas Jr. here. I think he's a much better fighter than Rob Font. A much better fighter, especially Rob Font. Now, Rob Font, are you going to go forward? If he's going forward and pressing the issue, it might be better for him. But if Raul Rosas is dictating the pace, dictating the control, dictating everything about the fight, that's going to be a problem for Rob Font. Raul Rosas' striking isn't as bad as everybody remembers when he was 17 years old. He gotten a lot better, and his takedowns are nasty, right? If he was Russian, this would be a minus 500 favorite, right? If this was like, I don't even know, like a Muhammad Makayev of 125 going up to 135, he'd be like a minus 400, minus 500. That's just what it is. Raul Rosas is that tenacious on his wrestling. I'll take Raul Rosas here to win at least 2 rounds. Maybe, I don't think he'll get knocked out if he gets tired in the 3rd round, but if he wins 2 rounds, makes 2 rounds, I could see him winning this fight 29-28 or 30-27, or maybe even just flattening him out and TKOing with punches or club and sub. I can see that as well. I think there's multiple ways to win this fight. Last, I'm taking Max Holloway over Charles Oliveira. Yeah, I have to. Max Holloway is a better fighter in striking, and that's just the thing. Charles Oliveira is a very good striker, but what did we see when he fought guys like Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje? He doesn't wrestle. He doesn't go for anything. He just strikes. I'm gonna go forward. This is a BMF bout. I'm going forward. I'm not gonna take you down. That and you can say, okay, you can say Charles Oliveira is gonna take him down, right? So he's gonna try. How is he gonna take him down? How? Max Holloway's back is rarely on the fence, like rarely on the fence. He's not gonna double leg him. He's not gonna single leg him. How is he gonna take him down? He can't take him out down an open mat. The only way he can do it is if it's a body lock takedown, takes the back, right, climbs the back as a human backpack, take him down that way. We saw it versus Gamrot, the way he took Gamrot's back and ended up making Gamrot topple over. I think that Max Holloway is going to win this fight because Charles Oliveira is going to be too forward because he's like, hey, I'm going to be the hammer in this fight. And when I'm the hammer, I'm very dangerous. But when you're in the hammer, Charles Oliveira, you're also very susceptible to big shots. We saw Poirier hit him with some big shots. We saw Justin Gaethje hit him with some big shots. I think Max Holloway's hand speed is going to be a big, big problem where Charles Oliveira won't see a punch coming. We saw how that bully mentality in the second round when he realized Mateusz Gamrot had nothing for him grappling-wise. He's like, all right, I'm going to go forward, but I'm not moving my head. And that's what he did. And even though Mateusz Gamrot doesn't have the power to put him out, I think Max Holloway has the power enough to get respected. And if he's way faster than Mateusz Gamrot, I think he has a better chance of winning this fight via KO. I think he's going to win this fight via KO, honestly. I don't think he's just better. He's just better. He's just and he's more in his prime. Charles Oliveira, we've seen him lose Ilia Topuria. We've seen him lose Arman Sarukian. He's just that losing bug is still in him. Even though Max Holloway lost that trilogy to Volk, that was a while ago. That was like 2022, 2023. And we saw him lose Ilia Topuria, obviously. But I think Max Holloway is going to win this fight. I think Max Holloway is a better fighter. I'm going to take Max Holloway to beat Charles Oliveira, probably round 2 KO, maybe even round 3. I think that Charles Oliveira is going to be very dangerous for the first round and a half, especially striking wise. But Max Holloway is going to put nasty combos on him, angle out where Charles Oliveira won't be able to find him. I'll take Max Holloway to win this fight. He's going to be too fast for Charles Oliveira. I'll take him to win this fight. So those are my 5 plays, right? Max Holloway, Raul Rosas, Bruno Ferreira, Alberto Montes, and Rafael Tobias. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was only 7 minutes long. Hopefully I didn't take too much of your time. Like, subscribe. Thank you.